Hey there, it's Huang. I am running a live masterclass all talking about business for occupational therapists. So, if you are an occupational therapist and you want to start your OT business, or you are an OT that just started your business and you're looking at like what can you do so that you can grow it and essentially have a successful business. My name is Huang. I'm an occupational therapist and certified hand therapist, and I started my clinic over 10 years ago. And about 5 years ago, I started Hand Therapy Secrets. And so, what I want to share with you during this live masterclass is just how you can create a business plan. So, when you think about a business plan, most people, like, I don't know about you, but when I started over 10 years ago and I was like, oh my God, everyone's telling me to do a business plan. Let me go. And I searched up on Google business plan, and some very formal stuff came on. And I think it was like scoresomething.com. And they were like, oh, this is how you create a business plan. Here's the thing. Let's break down as an occupational therapist what kind of business plan you need. Some of the things that you're seeing online that talks about business plan is creating a business plan to then take to a financial institution like a bank to borrow money. What they don't really tell you is that you can't really borrow money until you've been in business for 2 years. And then, like as a therapist, like, do we really want to go into that debt? That's a whole another conversation for another day. But a lot of their business plan can be a little bit too sophisticated, right? It's like too much. And if it feels like it's too much and so hard, we might not ever get off the ground of like creating a business plan. The kind of business plan that I'm hoping to share with you is a more simplified version of just about what we need to do. Right? I'm an occupational therapist. I started my business, or I want to start my business, and I'm like, what do I need to do first, second, third, fourth, and fifth? That is the kind of business plan that I'm going to be sharing during my live masterclass. Now, I just did another video that was pretty much like, if you're skeptical and you're scared about signing up because you're worried about, getting too many emails and that kind of stuff, you can always get out. Like, you can always unsubscribe once you sign up and once you do the live masterclass, right? Like, there's absolutely no pressure. Yes, am I going to tell you what I offer? I am going to tell you what I'm going to offer. But outside of that, one of the most important things that I want to get across, and the reason why I'm doing this, is because I do want to see more OTs go into business. I started my therapy clinic over 10 years ago, and back then there wasn't as much information as there is now. So the difficulty is, like, when there's no information, you're kind of lost, right? When there's a lot of information, you can be a different kind of lost, because it's so hard to know what is really true, what is not true. Um, like, are people exaggerating? So I'm actually doing a live masterclass. So you're coming on, like, this is not computer generated. You're coming on live with me, and we can have a conversation. You can ask me questions. I'm going to answer you. I'm going to tell you if it's something I know, I'm going to share it with you. If it's something I don't know, I'm going to say, I don't know. And so it's a great opportunity for us as occupational therapists to really connect and talk about business. I share a lot of clinical things. Like, if you haven't looked, or if you're an occupational therapist and you're not in the hand therapy realm, you might not have seen this. Like, you don't know that I teach a lot of clinical stuff. But if you've been following me for a while and you're in orthopedics or adults, and you're like, oh my God, I've been thinking about this for a really long time. I just don't know where to get started. I just don't know what to do. Come on to this free live masterclass with me. It's going to be September 21st, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm catching a lot of people in different time zones. And we're just going to talk about business. We're going to have a very casual conversation about business. What's step number 1? What's step number 2? And really, you have to think about what kind of business you want, right? I started out, I only knew about insurance-based businesses. And now there's insurance-based businesses, and there's cash businesses, and there's hybrid businesses. I am a hybrid business on the clinic side. So I take only Medicare, and I take workers' comp. Everything else, from an insurance standpoint, I am out of network provider. So Blue Cross and Blue Shields, I'm an out of network provider. United Healthcare, I am an out of network provider. So being an out of network provider essentially puts me in a cash realm. So I provide premium cash therapy services. So I can talk to you about insurance, I can talk to you about cash, and I want to share with you, like, I can only share with you my experience. I know a lot of other therapists too, and what they have gone through, and I've been able to see their businesses grow over the years. But I'm going to give you a more in-depth a perspective into what I've done, into what I have faced, and so you can really get very clear information about how you want to start or how you want to continue proceeding with your business. If you want to be all insurance, like, here are some things that you're going to be facing, because we face it too, right? Or I had faced it. If you are cash, here are some things that you're going to be facing and that you want to be aware of, right? So based off of your plan, based off of the type of business you want to create for yourself, what is your plan, right? So we're going to be talking about that. Letting people know more about what you do is essential to being able to grow a business, and we're going to create a plan around that. Being able to tell people how to buy your services, how to work with you. We're going to go over some of that, right? We're going to go over as much as possible, but it's really about creating that plan for you, step 1, step 2, step 3. And I always gear my talks or my masterclasses around who is on the call with me, so that I could really help them think through what their plan is going to be. So if you're an occupational therapist and you have, you have been itching to start your business, you've started your business, you've gotten your first client, gotten your second client, and you're looking to do even more, this masterclass that I'm hosting is for you. So I'm going to include the link below. Sign up, and if you have any questions, then just hit reply to the email, and then that way we can make sure we have a more in-depth conversation when we show up on the call together. All right, links below, and I look forward to seeing you there. Thanks.